Hello everyone, here's a special weather update on this Sunday, the 20th day of February 2022. Going to update you here on the Arctic outbreak we've been talking about over the last several days. It's being brought to you by Chugwater Chili, the gourmet spice of Western life. Use Chugwater Don at checkout and get 20% off at chugwaterchili.com. Well, the Arctic outbreak remains on track. There's just a few minor changes from what we talked about on Friday, and it mainly just has to do with timing. But it looks like, folks, that snow will accompany the Arctic air. Now, for a lot of you, the snow is mostly going to be light, but there's going to be some bands of heavier snow that could be fairly significant, and we'll show you that. But we have multiple days of severe cold and wind chill. We've had some cold weather at times this winter, but it's never really lasted more than a day or two. But this is going to go 4, 5, maybe 6 days. Sub-zero temperatures are going to be most common in Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota. Those are the areas that are going to have multiple nights in a row below zero. But there's also going to be Arctic air, single digits, very cold wind chills in Kansas, Colorado, parts of Nebraska, Utah, parts of the Pacific Northwest. This Arctic air will get over the divide. That has really not happened yet this winter. Now, temperatures are not going to moderate until late this upcoming weekend. And even then, I think we're going to head into March with some pretty chilly temperatures in many areas. Without saying much here, you just got to go with very dangerous livestock weather here, folks. Prolonged cold. Anyone in calving or lambing operations need to be prepared for severe cold for multiple days in a row, especially up into these states right here. Taking a look at the satellite photo, we can see a couple of things going on. The jet stream is digging in right here. We're getting some upper level Pacific moisture getting drawn in ahead of it. And back up here is the Arctic air and the associated snow with it that's headed south. And you can see it right here in the 500 millibar chart today. You can see we generally have a mild westerly flow of phase 1 of La Nina right now, about ready to go to phase 2. So you can see the colder air digging into the Pacific Northwest with the low. During the course of the day today, the winter weather is going to be up in British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, getting up into north central areas of Montana, and then it's just going to push very rapidly south during the day tomorrow. Now, this shows temperatures by 5 p.m. today, so the boundary of the Arctic air is going to be just along and near the Montana-Wyoming border. But it's going to be another very mild day east of the divide in a Chinook situation with those westerly winds coming downhill. Now, by Monday morning, so this is by evening, by Monday morning, the Arctic boundary is just about to Casper. So this is the one difference in the forecast, is the timing has changed a little bit. The front is not going to arrive as fast as it looked on Friday. It looks like the Arctic air is not going to get down into the front range of Colorado until Monday afternoon and evening. And you can see it right here. This is by Monday evening, 5 p.m. The Arctic boundary is about to I-70 and about to Denver. There you can see all the purple extending back up into here. That's really the bitter cold Arctic air in that purple air mass right there. Now, as we get into Tuesday morning, the upper level trough becomes more mature, really settles in, and the door to Canada and the Arctic is wide open for Arctic air to spill into this area right here. There's a little wave right here that's going to ride up and over the Arctic boundary, and this is what's going to be producing the snow during the course of the day Monday, especially for southern Montana, the Dakotas, and parts of northern Wyoming. And this is temperatures by Tuesday, 5 p.m. By Tuesday, 5 p.m., you can see all of the purple enveloping the entire region, and you can see the greens now, and some of those purples and blues getting west of the Continental Divide. So that Arctic air is going to find its way through the gaps in the mountains and the canyons and get over the hill and into the western areas of the divide. But you can see all the purple getting into the northern Rockies and northern plains. Now, by Wednesday night into Thursday, we have a upper low that's now around the Four Corners area with some smaller systems coming in behind it. But Arctic air by this time is well entrenched. This little low right here in the Four Corners area is going to end up being another round of snow. It's going to produce another round of snow, especially in the mountains of Colorado, as we get on into later Wednesday night into Thursday. So there's actually 2 waves of snow with the Arctic front, and then another wave of snow more in the southern areas with this secondary system coming through Wednesday night and Thursday. Now, as we get into the long term, this is by next Sunday morning, so a week from today. Look at how the cold is persistent. It's not as intense, but it's still around for most of the nation. So this is going to be a long-lasting Arctic outbreak, one of duration we have not seen yet this winter. Now, I want to step you through the forecasted low temperatures over the next several days. This is for Tuesday morning. For Tuesday morning, anywhere you see gray, temperatures are forecasted to be below zero. One thing you're going to notice is that most of Colorado, western Kansas, and parts of Nebraska, there's kind of like a boundary here where the really cold Arctic air is held up, and that's because of this upper level low here, and the counterclockwise flow around it kind of causing an Arctic dam up here and keeping the really bitter cold air from getting too far south. But it's still, I mean, look at these temperatures. It's still going to be really, really cold. So I'm going to go through the forecasted low temperatures and the wind chills to kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at. So forecasted low temperatures Tuesday morning. These are the wind chills. Now we're centering Wyoming here on this map, but you can see the surrounding states. These are the wind chill values forecasted by Tuesday morning. So you can see lots of -20s, lots of -30s. This is by Wednesday morning. Again, you can see that there's just kind of a boundary here of where the Arctic temperatures are. But right here, you see this? These are 15, 20, 25 degrees below zero air temperatures. Then these are the wind chill values. Bitterly cold, dangerous wind chill values in these areas here where you're starting to see the pink and you're looking at just really bitter cold. These are the forecasted low temperatures for Thursday. Look it up here. Again, that is going to be the area where the air is really, really the coldest. But the valleys and the basins of Wyoming and the northwest basins of Colorado and up here into southern Montana, western areas of North Dakota, you're talking about some really severe cold and severe cold wind chills. As we take a look at the wind chill values Thursday morning, they're still very, very severe. These are the forecasted low temperatures on Friday. So you can see that we just keep on going. And by Friday morning, you can see that the Arctic air is quite extensive across North America, pushing now into the upper Midwest, pushing into the northern areas of the Corn Belt later on. But even back here, look at those temperatures. Those are very, very cold temperatures west of the divide. Now here's the snowfall forecast. This is the first round of snow that's basically going to come from tonight up here in Montana, then work its way south. There's a couple areas I want to highlight. This area right here in southern Montana, going up into Yellowstone National Park, and then along the Wyoming, South Dakota, Montana border area here. This area here, there's going to be an axis of heavy snow, as you can see those amounts there. So this snow will be associated with those extremely cold wind chills. So this is axis 1 of some heavier snow that will be impactful. Axis number 2 is going to be right here. This second axis is going to come Monday afternoon, Monday night into Tuesday morning. It's really going to focus some heavy snow along Interstate 80 in Carbon County, Albany County, and Sweetwater counties, Wyoming. Interstate 80 right here is going to get hit hard with some heavy snow, wind, and Arctic conditions. And then you can start to see some significant snows beginning to form in the Wasatch, the mountains of Colorado, and even some of the higher Sierras right here. So this is the first round of snow. Now notice out on the plains here, snows are lighter. Also between the bands, the snows are lighter. So if you're in these areas here in between the bands, you're not going to get as much snow. You're still going to get snow and you're still going to get the cold, but we've got these heavier bands, these axes of heavier snow bands right there. This is the second round. As this low right here swings through, we're going to see snow getting down. Look at this. Snow down into the mountains of southern California, and also back around the Four Corners area. There's going to be an enhanced snow event in the southwest mountains of Colorado as we get into Wednesday night and Thursday. Lighter snows will develop over the Arctic air right here as we get what we call overrunning. This low will throw some moisture out over there. There will be lighter snows, but additional snows on top out on the plains. And you can see these are the snow totals as we get into the 10-day period. So you can see this little white area here along I-80. Then you can see these heavier snowfalls in the southwest mountains of Colorado and across the entire U.S. This is what the 10-day snowfall forecast looks like. Very impressive, very far southern extent of the snow with this system. We'll have an update for you as we normally do tomorrow morning, so be prepared, especially livestock interest and travelers.